Yo guys, what is going on? It's Lucky here and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video I'm going to be going through the top mistakes that every single player makes in Black Ops 4. Now this is more to do with newer kind of players. Most new players do these things, but the kind of more experienced players that might not do these things anymore in Black Ops 4. But I thought I'd just go ahead and talk about a few things that people do, and it's a big mistake that people do in Black Ops 4, and you should definitely stop doing these mistakes right now in Black Ops 4 in order to get better. So yeah, let's just get straight into these. So the first one is going to be not healing correctly and not healing at the right times, etc. So basically, as you can see right now in the bottom left hand corner, that is quite an important place right there, because that actually shows how much your health is on. Now your default health is 150, and when you have armor on it is 200. So you have to pay quite a lot of attention to that left hand corner there, because it's quite a big role in Black Ops 4, because as you guys know, in this game you don't regenerate your health automatically. You have to actually do it manually, and you have to actually press the buttons to heal. So as you can see right now, most of the times once I've got into a gunfight, I will probably have a few shots fired into me, and I will be weak most of the times I'm in a gunfight. So a lot of times I do heal straight away, but only if I'm in a good sensible area to heal. A lot of people make the mistake of just not healing at all, because they're used to older CODs and they're used to just automatically regenerating their health. And a lot of times, right, for example right there, I got shot and I healed straight away after that gunfight. Now that was a good place to heal, because I was behind a protection, I was behind a wall. Unfortunately there was someone to my left who was shooting at my other teammate, and I got into the crosshairs of that and the crossfire, and I did end up dying. But still, that's a good place. You gotta think about where you are regenerating your health. Like there, for example, I was weak, so I got behind cover and I regenerated my health. It is very important to regenerate your health all the time, because once again, on this Call of Duty, you don't regenerate your health automatically, you have to do it manually. So as you can see just there before as well, I regenerate my health, and right now I will regenerate my health because I know I'm in a safe spot to do that. But anyway, that has been the first mistake that people make, so definitely make sure to start regenerating your health in better locations and at better times, and most of the time do it after every single gunfight. That is something I've been doing now. In older CODs I would not worry about healing, but that's an extra thing you have to do now. And also you gotta think about whether to reload or regenerate your health. Sometimes it can be better to regenerate your health, or sometimes it can be a better situation to reload. So let's say for example there is multiple people in front of you, you have to pick which you want to regenerate your health first. So a lot of times after a gunfight, I'll quickly look into the bottom right of the corner of the screen to see how much ammo I have left in my magazine, to see if I can kill the next person. If I don't, I will most probably reload before I regenerate my health, just because you'll probably have a better like advantage at killing the enemies with a full magazine, because you never know, they might have terrible accuracy and they might miss all their shots, so you might actually win that gunfight. But anyway, the next one is picking the correct weapons for certain maps. So I see a lot of people just sticking with the same weapon every single map, and this is not what you want to do. So let's say for example you get a map like Nuketown. Now Nuketown is a very like viable map for pretty much any weapon in the game. A lot of people snipe on Nuketown. If you're a really good sniper, then sniping is good on Nuketown. A lot of people use SMGs, a lot of people use Titans and LMGs and sit in the windows. A lot of people use ARs, and a lot of people use shotguns, because it's a very like versatile map, and you guys can use like whatever weapon you guys really want to on that map. But let's say for example you get I forget the name of it, but that big icy one. Let's say you get just a big map, an open large map. You're not going to want to use an SMG unless it's a SMG, let's say like maybe the Cordite or the Sorg. That they kind of don't have much recoil on it, so you can get a bit more longer range of kills with those weapons. But most SMGs, let's say for example the Spitfire, like I'm using in this gameplay, the Spitfire on Slums I am using right now is a perfect combination, because Slums is a nice, small, compact, tight little map, and it's a very close quarters a lot of the time, so SMG is perfect for a map like this. But on a bigger map, you're going to want to go ahead and use things like Titans and LMGs and stuff like that, and assault rifles. They are perfect for a bigger map. So let's say as well, let's say you're playing jungle. Now on jungle, once again, I'd probably go with a Titan or a Maddox, or let's say for an SMG I'd go with the GKS or something like that, just because it's a bigger open kind of map and it's better for those longer range weapons. So the next tip I'm going to be talking about, and the top mistake that people use, is putting score streaks on that are way too high for them to actually get. Now a lot of the time I do see a lot of people using just max score streaks, and like they're never going to get them. Like, you guys have to be realistic, just know how good you are. Let's say if you're a really good player, then yeah, by all means stick on high score streaks if you guys want to. But if you're kind of a intermediate player who's not too good at the game but you still know what you're doing and stuff like that, then I don't know, maybe try something a little bit smaller of a streak. Let's say for example a lightning strike, a care package are really good and underrated score streaks in my opinion. I've been using score streaks all the time on every single Call of Duty. There is a care package. I always use that at like the beginning of Call of Duty when it first comes out, because when you are a low level, a care package is actually really helpful sometimes, because you could be a really low level and you never know, in that care package you could get the highest gun streak, kill streak in the game or whatever. Like in the beta for example, I think it's called the gunship in this game. I think I haven't actually used it in the full game yet, but I have like a few times, but I haven't really used it as much. I kind of forgot the name. I'm pretty sure it's called the gunship though. But I remember in the beta I was using care packages and I was always getting high streaks out of it. I was getting gunships, I was getting wraps, not wraps, that's Black Ops 3. I was getting strike teams, and you know, it's really good. Just if you're not too good a player and you can really get those streaks, then stick on a care package, stick on a lightning strike or a hailstorm or something. And I always recommend you guys using a UAV as well, because this will reveal the enemy's location on the map a lot of the times. But a lot of people do use Ghost on this game, but still most people don't. But also that comes into my next little mistake that people do, is they don't pay enough attention to the minimap. Now the minimap is in the top left, and like literally I'd say about, I don't know, 50% of the time I am looking at the minimap, and the other 50% I am looking at the actual game and where I am aiming, because it is so helpful to look at that minimap. It can give you so many little details about where the enemies are, where your teammates are, where people are dying and all that stuff. So let's say for example your teammates are on one side of the map. Most times your enemies will be on the other side of the map to your teammates, so that is something to be aware of. Also, in this game there is a new thing called Fog of War, which basically allows you to see it's like a little kind of mist around your thing, like basically like a fog of war basically. And if you look at the minimap right now in this gameplay, it's kind of a bit blurred because it's got the hacking system out, which is so annoying, by the way. Zero is so annoying. But yeah, you guys probably know what I'm on about if you guys have paid attention to the map. You guys will see a little tiny like mist around your players, and you basically can see enemies in that area of the map, and it's very important to pay attention to that. And also another little thing to pay attention to is skulls on the map and stuff like that. So when you kill someone on the map, or when a teammate gets killed or anything like that, a little skull will appear on the map for a brief second, just to indicate where one of your teammates died or anything like that. And also, of course, when someone doesn't have silencer, you guys will also be able to see those on the map as well. Now that's really it for the tips. My last tip is going to be to mess around with your settings a little bit. A lot of the people who get this game, they completely forget about changing their settings, and that can be one of the main reasons that people don't play too well on the game. So it's really simple to go and look at your settings. All you got to do is press start and then scroll over to settings, and you guys can change things like your sensitivity and all of that stuff, your button layout. And trust me, your sensitivity is the most important thing on this game, because this will allow you to look around the map faster, it will allow your aim to get better, and that is one of the definitely things that I recommend you guys just doing, mess around with those settings. If you guys can't find a good sensitivity for you, then literally all you guys have to do is just mess around with your sensitivity. Let's say for example, put a 5 on for one game, put a 6 on for the next game, put a 7 on for the next game. Just see how they all feel and find your perfect sensitivity. If you want more tips and tricks on how to get a better accuracy and a better KD, make sure to go ahead and check out my channel. I have a lot of videos on those. But anyway, that has been it for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.